Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, hello, you're welcome. Please don't forget to hit that red subscribe button down below and click the bell icon beside it. Thank you so much. So in my last update about This Is Fate, Shrishti heard Rajat's uncle and Rajat's mother talking about a secret, and Sherlyn decided to take revenge on Prita by making the gas in the kitchen to leak so that Prita can get burnt, and the doctor will now expose Prita that she is not pregnant. And Prita goes to the kitchen to make tea for grandma, and she almost got burnt, but Sonakshi came there to save Prita. That was our last update. Let's continue from there. Sonakshi says that Prita is really good, but why does anyone want to hurt Prita? Prita asks that what does Sonakshi mean, and Sonakshi replies that someone really wanted to hurt Prita, and the person was there when she said that she would go to make drink for grandma. Sonakshi saw Sherlyn, and Sonakshi says that someone purposefully left the knob of the gas open. Prita says that it was not a big fire, that Sonakshi would get suspicious that someone tried to hurt her, and Sonakshi asked Prita to think, and then Sonakshi realized that she saw Sherlyn. So Sonakshi replies that it was not someone else, but the person is a girl and the person is Sherlyn. Raki comes to grandma and asks that where is everyone because the lady has come, but they are not even dressed. Grandma replies that she is going through the book that has patterns for a pregnant woman as well. Raki says that they should bring Prita and see what design Prita will select. Grandma asks about Sonakshi because it is also a Mendi ceremony, but she cannot be seen anywhere, and Grandma asks the workers to keep the books while she will bring Prita. Sonakshi asks Prita to think of why Sherlyn would try to harm her, because Sherlyn was also there when Prita said to Raki that she will make the drink, and Sherlyn even stopped her from going into the kitchen, saying that Prita was not there, and she even saw Sherlyn in the kitchen, but Sherlyn did not come to save Prita from the fire. Rajat's mother comes there asking that why is Sonakshi not ready because the function is about to start, so she should come downstairs, and Sonakshi replies that she will come within 10 minutes, and Prita would help her to get ready, and Rajat's mother leaves. Prita asks Sonakshi that what sort of dress would she like to wear, and Sonakshi, in a state of tension, asks that why can Prita be so normal, and does Prita knows what would have happened if the fire got out of control. Prita assures Sonakshi that she would handle the matter in her own way, and Sonakshi says that there is only one difference amongst them both, and it is that she will not let anything wrong happen to Prita, and Sonakshi pulls Prita along to question Sherlyn. Karan and Rajat meet Karina and they were not able to find Sherlyn. Rajat says that how can it happen because he saw Sherlyn being pulled away from there, and they think that someone might have taken Sherlyn away. Karan says that he did not see anyone in the parking lot, and Karina decided to call the police. Prita comes down with Sonakshi and Grandma comes to help Prita, touching her hand. Prita screams and they all ask that what happened. Prita showed them her burnt hand, and Sonakshi says that she will tell them what happened to Prita. Sonakshi says that she was going to take opinion from Prita, who was in the kitchen, but when she went to the kitchen, no one was there, and not even a single chef was there, and only Prita was there, and the gas cooker caught fire. Grandma was worried, but Sonakshi assures Grandma that it was just a small fire and they should think of what could have happened if the fire got out of control, and the fire was small, but she says that she saw Sherlyn standing behind them, but Sherlyn left after the fire broke out. Karina says that it is not possible that Sherlyn is behind the fire accident because Rajat saw Sherlyn being kidnapped. Prita was worried and Karan explains that Rajat saw someone kidnapping Sherlyn, but Sonakshi was sure that she saw Sherlyn in the kitchen. Karan says that the main point is that how can Sherlyn be at two places at once, and Karan decided to once again look for Sherlyn in the room. Karan opens the door and they were shocked to see Sherlyn tied up on the chair. Karina rushes to Sherlyn and Grandma asks Karina to also open the bandage. Sherlyn wakes up and they ask her that how did all her kidnapping happened. Sonakshi at first questions Sherlyn that why did she throw Prita into the fire, and Sherlyn was really worried, asking that what happened. Prita asks Sherlyn that how did it all happen, and Rajat reveals that he saw someone with a hoodie kidnapping Sherlyn. Sherlyn remembered that while she was walking, someone pulled her into the room and it was Prithvi, but she asked Prithvi to leave, and Prithvi said that he saw Sherlyn hurting Prita, but even Sonakshi saw Sherlyn, so this was why he used Rajat as a tool to kidnap Sherlyn, so that when everyone will come to question Sherlyn for trying to burn Prita, then Rajat would take Sherlyn's side, and the flashback ends, and Sherlyn was relaxed, and Prithvi said that he helped Sherlyn by saving her, and after, He asked Sherlyn to sit and act as if she was unconscious. Rajat again refused that he saw that Sherlyn was being kidnapped, and Sonakshi once again asked that why did Sherlyn not tell them who tied her up and who kidnapped her. Sherlyn says that her jewelry is missing and someone must have kidnapped her to steal the jewelry. Karina asked Sonakshi if she has something to say even now, and Raki asked Karina to let it go because everything is sorted now. Sherlyn then apologized to Preeta, asking that how is she feeling, and Karan explains that there is something wrong because Preeta was hurt while someone also tried to kidnap Sherlyn. Raja says that he also feels that someone is trying to target them all, and Karina says that she has called the police, and Grandma orders everyone to forget about everything and look at Sonakshi because she is the bride, but she is not even ready for the ceremony, and everyone leave to get ready. Sonakshi looks at Sherlyn, thinking that she knows that Sherlyn was only acting, and Sonakshi vows to never let Sherlyn harm Preeta. Preeta was walking and Karan pulls Preeta, hugging her. Karan asks that why is Preeta crying, because everything is okay, and Karan asks Preeta to take care of herself at all times. Preeta seeks Sonakshi and Preeta walks away, and Sonakshi comes there and she hugs both Karan and Preeta, praying that they do not get any problem in their life. The function started and Preeta comes with Sonakshi. Rajat's mother asks that why did Sonakshi got there so late, and Sonakshi replies that she was busy with some work. Achala explains that there is nothing to be worried about, and she asks Sonakshi to sit to get Mendi applied. Achala also asks Preeta to sit with her, and Raki advised Achala to first select the designs because Grandma is really excited about the designs for pregnant women. Preeta gets worried, realizing what the doctor said that she might not be able to become a mother. The waiter comes with the milk, and Raki says that it seems like the waiter has not placed any of the dried fruit in the milk, so the waiter must take the milk back to add some more dried fruit. Achala instructs the waiter to video call Raki from the kitchen so that Raki can be satisfied that the waiter put the dried fruit, and Raki laughs at Achala's joke, explaining that when she was pregnant, Ma would also give her the milk, because of which Karan and Rishabh are now so healthy, and Grandma asks her to also give Preeta the milk so that her baby will be healthy. Kritika saw Prithvi and goes to hug him and asks that when did he come back from Dubai. Prithvi says that how could he not have come back when he missed Kritika. Karina says that Prithvi has given a pleasant surprise to everyone, and Prithvi replies that this is what he wanted, and he did not even inform Kritika that he is coming back home because Kritika cannot keep a secret. Prithvi seeks the blessings of both Grandma and Raki, and Kritika introduces Prithvi to Sonakshi and Rajat. Prithvi shaking Rajat and congratulates Rajat and Sonakshi on their marriage that is about to happen, and Prithvi then congratulates Karan, and he also said the same thing to Preeta and then to the entire family, and Prithvi asked Sherlyn if she is okay, and Sherlyn remembered how Prithvi came to save her, and Sherlyn says that she is fine. Achala asked Kritika to come and have the Mendi applied, so Kritika leaves. Shrishti was coming and she was shocked to see Sherlyn, and Shrishti says that she thought that someone has taken Sherlyn away so that they would all be free from Sherlyn, but Sherlyn is still present, and as Shrishti was saying this to herself, Grandma calls Shrishti to come to her. Girish opens the Lutra door and a delivery boy comes there saying that the pregnancy report of Preeta has come. Girish decided to call Preeta on the phone to tell her about the report, and Girish says that he cannot hear Preeta on the phone, not knowing that it was Sherlyn that is on the other end of the call. Later, Sherlyn herself calls Girish back saying that Preeta cannot talk with Girish because Preeta is busy, so she wants Girish to send Preeta's pregnancy report to Lonavala, and Girish agrees, and Sherlyn instructed Girish to send the report as quickly as possible, saying that she would also send the name of the courier company that Girish would use, and she would also transfer money to Girish. But Girish says that Sherlyn can give him the money after she returns from Lonavala. Sherlyn ends the call, and as she was walking, Prithvi pulled her aside, and Prithvi says that Sherlyn is really happy, so what is the reason? Sherlyn says that she has found out that Preeta is not pregnant, and she has also gotten her hands on the proof that Preeta is not pregnant, and she has decided to bring the proof to Lonavala for the whole Lutra family to see. Prithvi was really happy, and he says that it is really a good news. Sherlyn asks that why is Prithvi so happy, and Prithvi replies that after hearing the news that Preeta is not pregnant, then the entire family will be in shock, especially that Karan Lutra, who will not be able to bear it, and Karan will divorce Preeta. Prithvi tells Sherlyn that it will be easy for Karan and Preeta to get divorced because when there is a child, then parents are forced to live together because of the child. But there is no child coming, so Karan will react with anger, because of which Preeta would divorce Karan, because Preeta is really an old-fashioned, so Preeta would leave Karan. Sherlyn says that she knows that Prithvi really wants Preeta to leave Karan so that Preeta can come to Prithvi's life, and Prithvi is really an idiotic person, and she knows that Prithvi still thinks of Preeta even after getting married to Kritika. Prithvi says that Sherlyn should be on one side because Sherlyn sometimes talks of Preeta or Kritika. Sherlyn replies that Kritika is her enemy because Prithvi got married to her, but Prithvi still always think of Preeta. Prithvi replies that Sherlyn is still thinking wrong of him, and Sherlyn is the only one in his heart, and he saved Sherlyn when Sherlyn tried to kill Preeta's child, and he also saved Sherlyn while Sherlyn was trying to burn the kitchen, so he is always there for Sherlyn, but Sherlyn always think wrong of him, and had he not saved Sherlyn, then Sherlyn would have been thrown into the jail. Prithvi says that it is not right and he is leaving Sherlyn just like Sherlyn tried to break up with him on the phone, and Prithvi was about to leave, but Sherlyn stops Prithvi, saying that Prithvi also knows that she only loves him, and both Prithvi and Sherlyn hug each other. Mahesh comes there with Mr. Yashvardhan, and they were both shocked to see Prithvi and Sherlyn hugging each other. The Mendi function is progressing, and Raki thanks the waiter, saying that it seems that now the waiter has put the dried fruit in the milk, and Raki takes the milk to Preeta, but Preeta was worried on how she would take the drink because she is having the Mendi applied on her hand. Karan says that there is nothing to worry about because his hands are free, and Shrishti says that if Karan feels like helping Preeta drink the milk, then Karan should sit and do it properly. Rajat says that after what Karan is doing now, it will be really difficult for him to impress Sonakshi even after he is taking the advice from Karan. Sonakshi signals to Rajat, and Rajat apologizes, saying that he made a mistake and he should not have revealed it openly that he is taking advice from Karan, and Sonakshi will now always scold him, but Karan assures Rajat that nothing of sort would happen, and Rajat must ask Sonakshi to make Saku Totila, which he is sure that Sonakshi will not be able to do. Sonakshi asks Karan to wait till her Mendi is dried, and she will then show Karan that she can make round tortilla, and Karan will be left shocked. Rajat asks if Sonakshi can make the tortilla, and Sonakshi asks Rajat to wait and see, because if Rajat can take lessons from Karan, then she would also learn from Preeta. Sonakshi asks Preeta if she would teach her how to make the tortilla, and Preeta replies that she would surely teach Sonakshi, but not today because it will ruin her Mendi. Sonakshi says that it is not a big deal because she will not make the tortilla for her husband all her life, and she just needs to prove a point, and Preeta agrees to teach Sonakshi how to make the tortilla the next day. Sonakshi wants Karan and Raja to wait and see, but Karan replies that he knows that Sonakshi cannot make the tortilla. Grandma says that the boys are really optimistic, but they do not know that Sonakshi can do it all, and Sonakshi is just like a gold, and Karan asks if Grandma is his girlfriend or if she belongs to Sonakshi. Raki says that Preeta is a really good teacher, so Preeta can teach anyone, and Kritika says that Preeta is surely really amazing because Preeta has taught her a lot in life and even in the kitchen. Shrishti then said that after all, Preeta is her sister, and Kritika says that this idea will not always work for Shrishti, and everyone laughs. Shrishti was standing and she sees Shrikant, that is Rajat's uncle, and Shrishti thinks that Shrikant is really weird because he knows something that the entire family should know. Shrishti also thinks that Rajat seems to be a nice man, but is he really like Karan or the copy of Prithvi who is only good from the outside? But she always thinks and felt that Prithvi was good from the beginning. However, that was not the case, and Shrishti decided to test Rajat. Shrishti greets Rajat, and Rajat says that he accepted Karan's advice to take Shrishti's help, but Shrishti did not answer his calls in the night. Shrishti replies that these talks are done face to face, and Rajat would have to pass her test if he needs to get her tips. Samuel says that he is stuck, but Raki stops him, and Rajat asks that what would he have to do to show Sonakshi love. Shrishti says that she will not ask Rajat to do the work of a laborer, but she would only ask Rajat some questions, and Shrishti asks if Rajat is really honest. Rajat replies that he sometimes lies, and his lies doesn't cause any sort of harm, and he quickly clarifies that he sometimes lies if he wants to leave for the party, and everyone says that Rajat is a mama's boy. Rajat says that it would be good for Sonakshi because he would also treat Sonakshi with the same respect. Kritika says that Rajat is right because Karan is the same, and Karan treats Preeta with the same respect and love. Mahesh was with Yash Vardhan and they asked that what is both Prithvi and Sherlyn doing after they saw them hugging each other. Sherlyn immediately eyes and Mahesh and Yash Vardhan moved closer to Prithvi, but they were shocked because they couldn't see the woman that was with Prithvi and they think that Prithvi was standing there alone, and Mahesh then advised Prithvi to be careful with girls because it is a resort and a public place. Prithvi apologized, saying that both Mahesh and Yash Vardhan knows how much he loves Kritika, so they were not able to resist after seeing each other after a long time, and Yash Vardhan lives there with Mahesh. At the function, Karan asked that what sort of question is Shrishti asking Rajat, because Shrishti is asking questions from Rajat as if Rajat is being questioned. Shrishti replies that she is just asking for what is in Rajat's heart, which no one knows, and Rajat finally accepted that he has a secret and he will not hide it, but he will reveal the truth today in front of everybody, and everyone were shocked hearing this. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching till the end, and please don't forget to like this video if you enjoy it, and please don't forget to share it to your loved ones. Don't forget to subscribe and comment if you can, and I will see you all again in my next video. Bye guys.